The civil authorities in your area have issued a local area emergency for the County of Middlesex, effective until 11:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency. An explosion has occurred at the Research Laboratory of Electronics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The cause of the explosion is currently unknown at this time. However, all residents that live within 1 mile of the RLE are ordered to not approach the building for any reason. As a result of the explosion, a small fire has broken out and is currently being contained. The amount of injured or deceased are currently unknown at this time. Please remain in your current location until the all clear is given. The civil authorities in your area have issued a local area emergency for the County of Middlesex, effective until 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency. A mysterious and unusual event is occurring at the Research Laboratory of Electronics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The building, which was damaged by an explosion approximately 20 minutes ago, has vanished without any debris available. In addition, the firefighters which were on site to contain the fire that appeared after the explosion have also been reported to have vanished, alongside the researchers that were inside of the building. While it is currently unknown what is the exact cause of this phenomenon, investigation is undergoing to discover the cause. As the investigation is undergoing, please remain in your homes until this investigation has been completed. Any attempts to interfere with the investigation will result in arrest without question. All updates will soon follow as it becomes available. The civil authorities in your area have issued a shelter-in-place warning for the County of Middlesex, effective until 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cambridge Police Department. The Cambridge Police Department is urging all citizens to remain indoors at this time. An unknown object has been detected on the grounds where the Research Laboratory of Electronics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology once stood. This object has been discovered to have been the cause of the RLE's disappearance. The object has also caused the disappearance of any and all buildings surrounding the laboratory. It is unknown what the object is at this time. However, all civilians that reside in Middlesex County are advised to not go outdoors to avoid proximity to this object. Should this object enter your residence, please call 911 immediately. Do not go outside. The civil authorities in your area have issued an administrative message for the County of Middlesex, effective until 1:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cambridge Police Department. The unknown object that was seen at the former site of the RLE at MIT has been revealed to be a massive self-replicating nanobots. Research was conducted at the laboratory to create robots that were capable of combating disease. Due to a programming error, these nanobots began to consume all carbon-based matter and began to self-replicate to create more nanobots. The nanobots are continuing to replicate and increase their size as more buildings are consumed by these machines. Avoid the machines at all costs. The civil authorities in your area have issued an immediate evacuation for the cities of Cambridge, Boston, Brookline, Newton, and Malden, effective until 2:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency. The massive nanobots that appeared in the city of Cambridge is beginning to spread to the surrounding cities. Consumption of civilians, animals, buildings, and plant life is occurring at a rapid rate. Those that are within these areas are ordered to evacuate these cities immediately. This is a mandatory order. Should you refuse to evacuate, you will have no possibility of survival. Evacuate west of the cities mentioned. Do not attempt to retrieve any family members from hospitals or nursing homes. These facilities have their own evacuation procedures and will be considered safe. Please take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, all important documents, and all electronics with you. Attempt to take as many civilians as possible. If you do not possess any methods of transportation, please head towards the nearest emergency management building. Remain tuned into any media outlets on this dangerous situation. The civil authorities in your area have issued a civil danger warning for the state of Massachusetts, effective until 4:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the Governor of the state of Massachusetts. The nanobot situation that had escalated in the cities of Cambridge, Boston, Brookline, Newton, and Malden has worsened further. The size of the mass has grown beyond what was previously anticipated. Massive consumption of cities, civilians, animals, and plant life is continuing to occur, alongside massive replication of nanobots. The mass continues to increase in size. All efforts to eliminate the machines have ended in failure, as the nanobots continue to self-replicate, repairing any damage caused. Evacuation efforts are continuing at a rapid rate to prevent further loss of life. If you have not already evacuated, you are ordered to do so at this moment. Take any and all valuables with you for your journey. Bring all essential supplies, including food, water, medical supplies, clothing, important documents, and all electronics. It is not currently known at this time if this situation will continue to escalate or if mitigation efforts of this situation will be implemented. Continue to monitor radio stations and/or media outlets for more information about this ongoing situation.
The civil authorities in your area have issued a civil emergency message for the northeastern United States. Effective until 6:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Due to failed efforts to prevent the machines from causing more devastation, this phenomenon has spread to all states in the northeastern United States. As a result of mass evacuation efforts, very few casualties have been reported in all of the states in the northeastern United States. Despite attempts to neutralize the nanobots, the mass is continuing to grow. Experts across the United States are currently working on a solution to prevent the machines from growing further. It is expected for this phenomenon to spread across the East Coast, and it is possible for the mass to expand towards the Atlantic Ocean and beyond. Remain tuned in to follow updates that pertain to the situation. The civil authorities in your area have issued a civil danger warning for the United States. Effective until 8:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the United States government. The nanobots have continued to expand outwards in all directions. Reports have come in stating that the machines are in portions of southeastern Canada. Due to the mass of nanobots rapidly increasing as a result of entering the Atlantic Ocean, this mass is expected to reach the continents of Europe and Africa within the next 2 to 3 hours. The United Nations is currently declaring emergencies in the areas that will soon be affected by this event. There have been no efforts that have ended in success to contain this threat. If you are currently remaining in the United States, attempt to get as far from the mass as possible. Do not attempt to remain where you are. Should you do so, you will not survive an event of this magnitude. Do not attempt to defend yourselves. The mass will repair any damage dealt to it. The United States, along with most areas on the planet, is at risk of complete consumption by these machines. It is imperative that you remain calm and to not panic during this catastrophe. As a result of this event, mass deprivation of resources for evacuation efforts is occurring, and all resources are beginning to reach complete exhaustion. Rely on your own methods to evacuate.
We interrupt our programming. This is a global emergency. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. This emergency action notification message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. A global state of emergency now exists. Reports have come in across the planet about mass consumption of all organisms and non-organic materials. The Nanobot maths, which was first reported at the Research Laboratory of Electronics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has spread across the United States and has been reported in various countries across the planet. The maths, now dubbed the Grey Goo, is rapidly consuming the Earth's biosphere, and it is said that the machines will consume the entire planet of Earth within the next 24 hours. All efforts of neutralizing this threat have failed, and no contingency plans are available to mitigate this situation. Humanity will not be capable of surviving this cataclysm. The world's leaders have all been killed as a result of the Grey Goo. No protection is sufficient enough to ensure your survival. Please carry out these instructions. Embrace your family members and pets. Avoid telling younger children about this event and ensure their well-being during their last moments. Pray to your higher being or beings, should this apply to you, and repent. Engage in any activity that will calm you. Release your feelings. Forgive all bitter relationships. This activation will now cease transmission. May God bless you all.